In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to become consistent hitter and making sure that we're thinking less at the plate and not trying to overthink things. Now, there's certain ways that you can go about your swing. You could be doing different types of hitting methods, but I love to stick to staying short, making sure we're keeping our head behind the baseball and working on driving the ball middle. A lot of hitters that do this become successful hitters, and they don't think as much as those that are trying to do an HLP or trying to get under the ball or trying to do too much when they're at the plate. Now, if you're a hitter that's just looking for home runs, you have to make sure that we have an approach and forget about the home runs. The home runs will come with time. So that's what we're going to be going over today. If you're one of those hitters, stay tuned. Make sure that you focus and make sure that you soak up all the information I'm about to give you to help you become a better hitter. Now, I have a short bat here today with me, but these little things are going to go a long way. The very first thing is we got to think less when we're at the plate. So if I'm at the plate and I'm facing a pitcher that's throwing 92 with a good curveball, I have to know those things. So I know he has a good fastball, it's nice and flat, but it's quick. Making sure that I'm on time is huge, and we have to make sure we get it down. If we don't get this down, we're gonna struggle trying to catch up to the baseball, and then everything's just gonna go to waste. So your goal on deck before you get to the plate is to make sure we have our timing down. So when we're on deck, we're timing up that pitcher, making sure I'm getting my load, boom, and timing him up right before I go to hit. Now, as a leadoff, you only get a certain amount of time to get your timing, so making sure that we're seeing those pitches before we get up to the plate is key. If you're a 2-hole, 3-hole, even down on the lineup, you have plenty of time. You can ask your teammates what they're throwing, what the pitches look like, etc. So very first thing is making sure we have our timing down. Baseball's all about timing. If we don't have our timing down, we're going to struggle. So that's huge. We have to make sure that we're focusing, making sure we're getting our timing, so that way when I get up to the plate, I have my timing down on the pitcher and I know what's coming and know what to expect. The next thing is we have to think less. We as hitters think too much. I've been part of that. Anybody that has coached has been part of that. Everybody that hits overthinks everything. Somebody's throwing fast, we're trying to do too much. Somebody throwing slow, we think it's too slow, we can't get to it. Again, it all comes down to the timing. Think less when you're at the plate. Middle, driving the ball the other way. If we could do this, I promise you, you're going to be a heck of a hitter. The next thing is staying short to the baseball. I see a lot of guys that love to just drop their hands before they go to swing and they go straight up. That's a cause for a bunch of pop flies, and that's something that myself, I don't like. I'd rather have a hard hit ground ball or a line drive to give us a better chance. When you hit the ball hard on the ground and when you hit line drives, that's a cause for more errors on the other team. That puts more pressure on the other team. A pop fly, to me, is an easy out unless you're actually creating backspin on that baseball and driving it far. So our focus here has to be just keep it very simple. For those younger hitters, even the older hitters, you know that if we bring that knob to that baseball, we're nice and quick, staying nice and short, keeping our head behind the barrel. So if I'm here, I'm going to swing. My goal is to stay nice and short where I can see my barrel make contact with that baseball. Now, this might happen super fast, and you might be like, Coach, I can't even see the barrel hit the ball. But the more we focus on it, the better of a hitter we're going to become, because I can actually see that ball in and see it out when I'm swinging. The last thing that I want you to focus on as a hitter that's trying to get better and is trying to stay consistent is have fun. We try to look at analytics too much. We try to see our launch angle too much or exit velo, and that's just a cause for disaster. Have fun when you're out there. Forget about your stats. Enjoy that moment. Enjoy that pitch. Enjoy the next pitch. Enjoy the battle that you're having at the plate. If you're in a 10 pitch at bat, enjoy it, right? Make sure that we are seeing that next pitch and trying to still drive something up the middle and not just being okay with, okay, I had a 10 pitch at bat. Let's strive to do more as a hitter at the plate. Let's try to still drive that baseball. Let's still try to make that other defense work, so that way we can find a way on base. When you're up to bat, make sure you're nice and relaxed. Clear your mind. Have fun with it. Make sure you get your timing. Don't think too much, and just try and do more. Try to be the hard out. Try to be the person that other team's like, oh crap, I have to face this guy, and he's a difficult person to get out. Don't give the pitcher anything. Be disciplined. Don't think too much. Enjoy that moment, and make sure that you're seeing every single pitch and trying to drive something middle. Now, these things do go a long way if it is applied correctly. If you're somebody that's struggling, try to forget about the past. Fix the little things that you have to work on. But when you get up to the plate, let things go. Make sure that you're really focusing on seeing the pitch. make sure that you're getting your timing. It's usually just a timing issue, or you're dropping your hands and trying to do too much. Don't try to do too much. Simplify it. Hitting is hard, and we all know that. So the more that we think, the harder the game gets. The less that we think, the better it gets. That's why the most successful hitters, the most successful players are usually the ones that are still out there having fun, not getting mad at themselves, not trying to do too much, and they end up doing the most. They end up being the most productive, and they're the ones that are actually those good teammates that you want around you with a positive energy and not being negative and throwing things around and putting yourself down. Make sure you enjoy the moment. If there's one tip that I can give out to any of you players out there, enjoy the moment, enjoy your time on the field, because one day it will come to an end and you're going to regret some of the things that you did on the field. So making sure that we're enjoying that at bat, and making sure that I have an approach, making sure that I'm seeing the baseball, staying short, driving the baseball is going to take you a long way. I promise you, you apply these things, you're going to see a huge difference. You're going to become a better teammate, and you're going to become a better player overall. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to comment down below what you would like to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.